God, you're so good. You're so good to us.
So hey, it's Ryan. I'm just here to drop you a quick line of encouragement for this week. I know this week can be super stressful for many of you, and I get that. Like, I studied a lot in college. I studied a lot in grad school, and there would be those days where I'd be like holed up at this little corner in this Starbucks outside on the patio in this uncomfortable metal chair. And I'd be like listening to this Regina Spektor album on repeat, just over and over again. And I could stay there like 8 or 10 hours some days. And it's like no matter how much I stayed there studying and memorizing and writing, there was always this voice in my head that said it's not enough. Like, you won't get the grade you need. You can always do better. I think for like so many of us, that is the predicament of being a human being. Like, we think we should be perfect and great and unbounded, but we don't have like the strength. We're finite. We don't have all the wisdom. We don't have the stamina to do everything we think we should do. And we will repeatedly come to the end of our strength, and there just won't be enough in the tank. So I have this reminder that you are not God, and that you are a human being. And it sounds like so simple, right? Be a human being. But I think maybe that's the most challenging predicament of our lives. Because being a human being means that you're not supposed to be full, you're not supposed to be the best, you're not supposed to be all powerful. And maybe like this is what I try to remind you of every week when we come to chapel, and I take the waters and I pour them, and I say to you, like, the most important thing about you is that you are a child of God. That's what matters most, right? God loves you. We love you. That's the most liberating news you can ever hear, that you don't have to be the best. In fact, you can't be. Like, isn't that liberating? You won't be the best. But we love you, and that's maybe the most important thing. It makes us realize, right, that our value isn't some accomplishment, something we do. Because we human beings will create scoreboards out of everything. And right now you create a scoreboard out of a grade on the top of a piece of paper, or maybe a post on Instagram. But later it will be the size of a house, or the car, or the job you have, or even your kids, right? So squash that while you can. Life is not a contest, and none of that speaks to your value. So I'm here just to remind you that success isn't a letter on a piece of a paper. That's not how God's economy works. In fact, like, success isn't even a theological category, right? And no matter what happens this week, no matter what grade you make or don't make, God can use that, right? In God's economy, nothing is wasted. And God can use anything in your life to do what really matters. And that's to make you look like Jesus. So take heart knowing that God can take whatever you do or don't do this week, and God can use it to transform you into the image of his Son, which is the image of the invisible God, the image of Jesus. Study hard. We love you. If you need anything,